Chapter 9, Mishnah 8. The final Mishnah of this chapter deals with the laws of a house in a walled city of the Levim. We learned in Mishnah 4 that houses in walled cities can be redeemed only for 1 year after they are sold. If they are not redeemed during that time, they become the permanent property of the buyer. This applies only to cities belonging to Yisraelim. However, if a Levi or Cohen sells his house in a Levite city, he may redeem it after the first year. The Mishnah begins by discussing the law for a house owned by Yisrael in a Levite city or a house owned by a Levi in the city of Jerusalem. If a Yisrael inherited a house in a walled Levite city from his mother's father who was a Levi, he does not redeem it except according to this order, i.e., according to the rules we learned above for redeeming a house in regular walled cities, and not according to the rules for redeeming the houses of a Levite city. Since the house is not owned by a Levi, it is not subject to the special privileges that apply to redeeming the houses of Levim. Similarly, if a Levi inherits a house in a walled city of Yisraelim from his mother's father who was Israel, he does not redeem it except according to this order, i.e., according to the rules for redeeming a house in a walled city of Yisraelim. Since the house is not in a Levite city, it is not subject to the special privileges that apply to the houses of Levite cities. For it says in regard to the houses of Levim, in Vayikra chapter 25, verse 33, because the houses of the cities of Levim are their ancestral heritage. This teaches that the special laws of the houses of Levite cities do not apply unless he, the original owner, is a Levi and the house is located in one of the Levite cities. These are the words of Rebbe. These are the words of Rebbe. The sages disagree. But the sages say these matters were said only with regard to houses in the Levite cities, but they apply to any house in a Levite city, regardless of who owns it. Therefore, if Israel inherits such a house and sells it, he may redeem it even after the first year. Each of the cities given to the Levim and Kohanim came with an additional open area of 2,000 amos around it. This area was split between a clearing, an unplanted area, and fields. The inner 1,000 amos was left clear, and the outer 1,000 amos was for fields. As the Mishnah will say below, this arrangement applied not only to the Levite cities, but to all the cities of Eretz Yisrael. The Mishnah now teaches the law that applies to these areas. We may not make a field in the open area surrounding the city into a clearing by not planting it, nor may we make a clearing in the open area surrounding the city into a field by planting it. Nor may we make a clearing into a city by building houses in it, nor a city into a clearing by demolishing houses at the edge of the city to add to the clearing outside the city. The next Tana differentiates between Levite cities and other cities. Rabbi Eliezer says, with regard to what are these rulings stated, that we cannot make any changes in the clearings, fields, and city, with regard to Levite cities. But with regard to the other cities of Israel, some changes are permitted. We may make a field into a clearing because this increases the beauty of the city, but we may not make a clearing into a field because this decreases the beauty of the city. We may make a clearing into a city by building houses in it, because this increases the number of residences in the city, but we may not make a city into a clearing by demolishing houses, so that we should not destroy, i.e. diminish, the cities of Eretz Yisrael. The Mishnah now teaches the laws for selling and redeeming the houses and fields in the Levite cities. Kohanim and Levi'im may sell a field in a Levite city at any time, even during the 2 years prior to Yovel. This is unlike the ancestral field of a Yisrael, which cannot be sold during this time. And they may redeem at any time if a Kohen or Levi sells his field in a Levite city. He may redeem it even during the first 2 years after the sale. Likewise, if he sells a house in a Levite city, he may redeem it even after the first year. This is unlike the law regarding other people, who may redeem a field only after the first 2 years, and a house in a walled city only during the first year. As it says in Vayikra chapter 25, verse 32, eternal redemption shall be for the Levim, which teaches that Levim may redeem at any time.